great.
Let me know when you're ready to go live so I can close the door and shit.
Oh yeah, we're live now. 'Cause we was a little late.
All right.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know where Sam is, but we'll get Sam on here. We're gonna let everybody know we're gonna be going live from this server for now on. This server from the podcast. Let's see. Okay, we're good here. Notifications. Notification is. Where is the notification? There it is. What's up, Bob? You the first person here. What's going on, Rafe? How you doing? And put a notification here. We're gonna talk about females in video games, and then we're gonna talk about some other stuff. Uh, it seems like not. I wouldn't say anybody from our branch of the gaming community, but I would say a good amount of people in the gaming community. I don't know why. Uh, they seem to not want female characters the main. They don't want a female as the main character in the next Grand Theft Auto, even though you could make um a female character in the multiplayer. And between Grand Theft Auto 5 and now, so over a whole generation, over a whole gaming generation, like 8 years, you've been playing more and more games with female characters. So, Resident Evil remake of Part 2, Horizon Zero Dawn. Um, you even had the spin offs of Infamous and Uncharted 4, which had female led character stories. It's a weird thing for people to say, hey, I don't want to play a game because it has a female in it. Um, and on the flip side of that, it's going to cause a lot more controversy. But I will say what I have to say about that. If we have any other members getting in here, we're going to give them just a little bit of time so I can get the notifications out. So let me go over. I already did YouTube, I did Twitter. I'm going to go do Facebook for good measure, even though, again, next to nobody is on Facebook, but I do know a good amount of gamers are still on there with their families and stuff. I'll be home for the next 3 days. So I'm home today, and I'll be home Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Um, from what I heard from my job, they didn't tell us not to be there. But from the city being on lockdown, uh, I would say I'm not going because how yeah uh because of how I, I'm just saying because of how crazy it is or crazy it was on Friday to get out of DC. Um, I'd rather not have to deal with that bullshit. We left early anyway, but we still had to walk like 8 blocks to get the fuck out of there. Well, it looks like we're all good here. Okay. Just sending my sister something funny. She doesn't think that I'm gonna be able to get my nephew to focus enough, my other nephew, to play video games while he is still a baby. But I will do it. It's a challenge, but it happened. Um, what's going on, Bob Frostbite, EDM gamer Carl? What's going on, Aaron, Emperor? Let's get started now. We have more people in there. I wanted to, before we start talking about the women in gamings and people liking playing as a female character, we're still gonna talk about female characters. I don't know. It's weird because we're gonna segue into this other section. Um, Full screen is working, yes, because I made sure selected the right thing. Okay, we got everything right. So this is what I was just browsing around in 4G to see if we could get some additional topics for today. Um, this was not planned to talk about, and it was not. This is not a paid promotion. So Last of Us poster and a God of War poster is all I got. Oh, okay. Yella got some posters, so he'll show us that. Um, so this is what we got. This game called Core Erupt. It's a fighting game. It's built on the Unreal Engine. I'm really excited about it. I've been waiting for a next generation game, a new one to talk about. Yes, we know about Godfall, but no, I'm not going to talk about that game anymore. This one's interesting. Character models are great. Um, it has a good amount of female characters and a good amount of guy characters. Very diverse in the character selection. Not every character is white. Not every character is black. Hair is all different, different colors, shit like that. Uh, let's dive into it. So I started following a dude after I was directed here from a article on M4G, and then I just was blown away. Uh, he's an African American game developer, which is a big plus. You don't see a lot of those. Uh, and then I just I started looking through his media, you know. So I started looking through the screenshots and the gameplay. So this is the game. You choose your fighter. You got these fighters underneath. Not the biggest roster, but um, the character models look amazing and vibrant. It could use a good amount of polish, but looking good so far. I just can't wait for everyone. This one right here. This one look clear. This shit look dope. I just want more people to take advantage of the next generation of power that they have, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation, or you want to do some better things with the PC platform. Um, this shit blew my mind, and it's always these small games that you don't know about that we're hoping there's people in our community that would stray away from Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, and fucking Madden every fucking year, and maybe find something different. Because when you find something different, that's the shit that blows your mind. Just like Returnal, which we will talk about in a little bit. But let me make sure we're looking at the chat on my phone. This shit blew my mind. This one blew my mind. So, I've been retweeting and liking a lot of the media that I saw here. It gives me it's like Mortal Kombat in some ways, and Killer Instinct, and just a hint of Street Fighter. But I'm liking what I see. I like what I see a lot. I'm liking this.
I'll make this quick.
So yeah, he got the intro set up. It's just so much shit. I think this is one of the first ones. The character model designs are great. I mean, again, Unreal Engine. When you're using that Unreal Engine, your game is going to look pretty. I gotta tag Jabari in this shit again, because I know he loves fighting games, and I just want him to keep an eye on this shit, because I think this is some dope ass shit right here. Okay, we got a super chat here. I'm glad I brought up the phone. Frostbite Slash with the £5 super chat. Xbox says Sony is blowing their load in 2021 and they won't have anything for years. I'm here to prove that to be false. Okay. Prove that to be false in the next two super chats. Okay, cool. Let's see what we got. Another £5 super chat to continue everything. In 2022, you got God of War. I agree with that. A lot of people don't want to say it. People might think that's a bad thing. It's okay for God of War not to come out this year. We got a shitload of games. Silent Hills, Factions. That'll be Last of Us Factions. Hopefully that game doesn't spread into next year, but it will still be played next year heavily if they continue to support it. Final Fantasy 16, I believe, which and then I think you said 2023 was Spider-Man 2. That makes sense. Guerrilla Games first-person shooter, which is not coming out this year. That makes sense. And then you have, let me take this off so it don't play automatically. Days Gone 2, which of course is coming in the future. Pixel Optilus new IP, that makes sense. That will be coming in the future. Blue Point new game, that makes sense. And Sony Japan IP, that also makes sense that would be coming after this year. If we were just to get up out of here real quick just to talk about that, I don't understand why they want to switch things around so much. So what we're looking at is we're looking at Xbox fans that know they don't have any games this year, and all their games are coming out either next year or the years beyond. And they're basically saying, well, you don't have anything after this year, so we're going to beat you next year. Well, let's be honest. Next year doesn't matter. PlayStation could drop 3 fucking exclusives and they'll still be alright. First impressions matter so much when it comes to new consoles and new hardware. It's what you put in the first year that matters. That's the lasting effect. You give your consumer hope that you will be able to deliver some great IPs in the future. God of War, if that gets pushed back to 2022 and you have some announcement this year from Naughty Dog, a confirmation of what they're going to be working on, you know that's coming out in the future. You give people to look a lot of stuff to look forward to. I don't think PlayStation is gonna have a game problem. A lack of software issue in the future. I think they're gonna be able to keep up with what they need to bring out to keep their consumers happy. Xbox, let's be real specific with this. Um, Quality over quantity, right? They can bring out a shitload of games that are shit and will be forgotten and gives them no credibility points with consumers on them being able to deliver on good games, right? PlayStation can come out with fewer games that are AAA quality game of the year award winning titles that will continue to give their consumers hope through multiple years of this generation, because their consumers will be able to look back on the very first full year of the console being out on the market, which the majority of those months take place this year, and they will say, wow, look at what they gave us in the first year. You know, they gave us Ratchet and Clank. They gave us Returnal. They gave us Horizon. They gave us Gran Turismo 7. They gave us bangers. I don't need to worry about the future. I know they can deliver because of what they showed me they can do in the first year. What is Xbox showing their consumers that they can do in the first year? They delayed Halo from fall 2020 to fall 2021. We got another super chat. £5 super chat by Frostbite. 2024. You said Naughty Dog new IP, House Marquee new game, Secret Sony San Diego studio game, Sony London new AAA game, and Ghost sequel. Makes sense. Makes sense. Again, there are normally 7 to 8 years in a healthy console generation, normally led by PlayStation hardware. And since we started in a beautiful year of 2020, we can mark it down with each year after 2020. So in 2027, 2028, this console generation will come to an end. It's very easy to calculate this time around. Well, I don't know if Xbox can go 8 rounds with PlayStation. I don't know if they can go 6 or 7 rounds with PlayStation. So, I mean, if you want to dream, if you're an Xbox fanboy and you want to dream that they can go toe-to-toe with PlayStation after losing 3 years straight to PlayStation, then okay. I mean, 3 generations straight. That's cool. They lost 7 years straight to PlayStation with the PS4, and they lost the last 3 generations. So, they don't have the best record of going toe-to-toe with PlayStation. So I don't know why people would think that they're going to be able to bring out such a quality variety of games that they would be labeled the winner when it comes to delivering on, again, award-winning AAA 10 out of 10 quality games. Which we know they have not been able to deliver on for some time now. If it's not Forza, it hasn't been a fucking 90. If it's not a game like Ori that they don't own, it hasn't been a fucking 90. It's simple as that. It's truth. Look at it. Ori, both of them got 90s. The Forza games got 90s. Everything else, no. Gears hasn't been in a 90 in a long time. Halo hasn't been in a 90 in a long time. Their record on delivering great stories has failed, and no one cares about their multiplayer games because no one gives a fuck. You can play Fortnite, you can play Call of Duty, you can play any other multiplayer game to get your fix on shooting somebody else in the face. You don't need them. They need to find out what they're going to be known for after this generation. Are you going to be known for delivering only on Game Pass? Or are you going to be known for delivering on quality exclusives? What's going on, Jamar Bates? Enzo is in here. I want to talk to Xbox fan. I need to talk to some of the more, sadly, I would have to talk to some of the delusional ones to listen to what the fuck they're saying. It's just, it makes no sense though. You're going throughout the rest of this generation with hope built on nothing but lies. Like, they haven't shown you why they can deliver. They have not proven to you why they can deliver. I don't know, man. I mean, I haven't ran around the internet looking for Xbox fans saying stupid shit because I want to stay away from that. But I will say, going forward, I think that, you know, if you really want games, that's not the place you need to be. I'm just telling you, like, that, far from it. That's far, far from it. You do not need to be on Xbox if you want to get great games. I see people to this very day celebrating fucking Demon Souls, which is about 5 or 6 years old now. They're playing Demon Souls. You don't got shit like that on Xbox, man. Who who do you got playing fucking Bleeding Edge? The game just came out last year. No one wants to fucking play that shit. Who do you got playing that game? I need to know. Oh man, I just retweeted this gameplay from Demon Soul Bloodborne. I mean, it's just shits all over anything they've been able to release. I so I want to know, like, if we can all be honest. Again, I don't talk to the Xbox community because uh they do stupid shit. And when they do stupid shit, I stay away from people like that. So, um just on a serious tip, is it anything that you think that they can bring out that can change their situation? I mean, I would really, really love to know, um, what can they do to change their situation at this time. I'm gonna go look at some games real quick, see if I can give them an answer because I live in reality and they don't. So I think I'm better suited to help them. Let's see. First game. Medium. The medium. I think they have it over here on the official Xbox site. We're looking at the medium first because I believe that is the next game in line to come out. That game will be coming out at the end of the month. The game is coming out at the end of the month, January 28th. It is super fucking close to coming out the same month as Destruction All Stars. I would have loved that to go head to head. On the calendar, the 28th is a Thursday. So after this week, the medium is coming out. It is a walking simulator with a lot of mystery. Um, I don't think Xbox fans are gonna like it. It's not a shooter. It's not. I've looked at gameplay after gameplay, And I can confirm right now it's not a shooter. But the game also does not look good. And even though they have repeatedly confirmed, and I'm talking about the developer and the fanboys, that the game is not going to the Xbox One, visually, there's no reason why it shouldn't. It's not that demanding, and it doesn't look that good. But, obviously, don't take my word for it. Go look at the gameplay yourself. I mean, look at this shit. Do you think this can't run on Xbox One? I mean, look, when you take glamour shots, which most developers do, it makes their game look better than they do. Sometimes a developer doesn't need to take a glamour shot. The game just naturally looks good, right? Like Uncharted or Ghost of Tsushima or Death Stranding, or Killzone or Horizon. You can name tons of PlayStation exclusives that naturally just look good and don't really need a glamour shot posted on a website by a developer. But this is the thing that they normally do. You look at something like this. This is a glamour shot from a cutscene. It is what it is. Does it look good? It's really up to you. It looks good to me. But if you really pick that shit apart, it's not gonna look that good. Another screenshot from a cutscene. This seems to be gameplay, but then again, it was a glamour shot. There's no UI or anything. But there is no indication that this game has anything to do with guns or heavy combat. I would be surprised if it does. They really want me to put my birth year on here. Let me just say I was born in 55. How about that?
Starts. The moon. Scent of pine.
All of this is either CGI or a cutscene. And it's not very beautiful. None of this says, hey, I'm going to shoot people. Because that's what Xbox fans want. They want a game with a gun. Over the shoulder or first person. And that's what's going to sell them on a game. This game is going straight to Game Pass, which is very good for them because they weren't going to buy it anyway. And that's the thing. Xbox doesn't know what games their fans want anymore, but they do want their fans to think outside of the box. And I mean outside of first-person shooters. They're trying to give them new experiences, but it's not working. So you're walking around, you're sneaking around, you're looking at puzzles. Sometimes you have a fixed camera angle, sometimes you don't. It does not look like a game I would buy, even if it was a PlayStation exclusive. I went out and got Until Dawn, which I feel, in a way, is similarly spooky. But, I believe the story and the characters were a lot better. You're really only just dealing with one character in this game. It seems like, again, you are running most of the time away. I don't know if you get to fight. It looked like she has some stuff on her arm. So, this is the medium right here. The website is telling us that the game comes out on the 28th of this month, which is a Thursday after this week. I'll go back to the chat. We'll go do another research on the next game after the medium, but I want to go back to the chat real quick and see what your thoughts are on the medium. So let me see what you guys been saying. What's going on, Iron Fist? Been a while. Thanks for showing up. Okay. That was the medium. I'm pretty sure you guys saw it because I saw it. Thoughts? You think it's going to shatter records? You think it's going to do what it needs to do? Frostbite is saying a 60. Oh, we got to go there? I think the game is going to be anywhere between a 56 and a 68. 56 to 68. Let me mark that down so you guys can have a quote. 56 to a 68 on Metacritic. I do not believe it's going to reach a 69 or a 70, and if it does, well, we're going to scream media bias because we know that game doesn't look like much. But just realistically, it does not look like a game that the Xbox fans will go out and buy, and it doesn't look like the reviewers are going to enjoy. So yeah, let me get this one for Warlock. You said the Medium was originally announced for Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii U in 2012. So that's why it looks a little dated. That's not our fault though. They could have enhanced a lot more on the visual side. Um, I mean, Xbox is Xbox at this point. You digging up old games just so you can have something to throw out on Game Pass? Like, come on, man. But I mean, the Xbox fans are defending this. Like, them just trying their best to contract any game just to put it on Game Pass to make it look like that service is valuable. And it's not. I mean, they do have value in it. They have older games that we already played on PlayStation, but I mean, we're talking about the day and date exclusives. Those games are not good. Bleeding Edge, Grounded, Sea of Thieves when it first came out, Medium. Come on, man. They were not good games. When you throw in games like Halo, Forza, and Gears, which are already going to be average games, to their fans, they're going to be good. You're just throwing them in there because you can. If you really had the choice, you would try your best to get your fans to buy the game so you could get the revenue you really want. But you have came to terms to the fact that they were not buying those games more than PlayStation fans were buying their counterparts. You can match Gears up to God of War. You can match Halo up to Uncharted, and you can match Forza up to Gran Turismo Sport. Every game I just named sold way better on PlayStation compared to the Xbox counterpart. Last time we looked at Gran Turismo Sport, it was at 8 million sold. God of War and Uncharted, both over 10 million sold. They were never going to reach those numbers on Xbox if they kept going the way they went, and they knew their fans were not going to buy games. So what did they do? Well, you guys don't want to buy games, but we still need to brag about some numbers. Hey, we're going to give them to you in a subscription package. It's going to be called Game Pass. You know, if you just subscribe to the server, we can brag about some engagement, which they tried to do for the first year and a half until people started to ask, how did this support the gamers? Sorry, the game developers. When you buy a game on Game Pass, right? And let's say you have more than 60 games on Game Pass, and you're paying $1 for a subscription. How does that person that signed up for $1 support the multiple developers that have their game on that service? How do you split that dollar 50 ways? You can't. So nobody's really making money off of the initial subscription outside of Microsoft. And then Microsoft has to pay these developers to even put their games on there. So they're actually losing money. But, you know, let me see. There's this one article I wanted to show you guys. There we go. Is this the one? Yeah, this is it. Okay, I think it's 14. Is this it? I'm gonna have to zoom in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we can do 5. Okay, 5 is good. So I wanted to show you guys this, right? For the people that continuously sit up here and tell PlayStation gamers that the way that Microsoft is conducting their business when it comes to selling hardware, and also selling software is good. You don't have good software, so you're not doing a good job at selling your hardware. And the way you try to sell your software is through a subscription service, which the most popular subscription service in the world, it didn't help them. Netflix is billions of dollars in debt and has been for a very long time. If the biggest subscription service and one of the most popular subscription services in the world has always been in debt because they have to pay people to put shit on their service. Let's get real. Let's get real. Let's stop with the console war. Let's be honest about this. Right? If I give you a game for free and my fee in order to get that game to you is to pay the shipping, how do I benefit off of that? I'm giving you the game for free and I'm paying the shipping to wherever you may live, whether it's in the United States or somewhere outside the United States. How am I making money off of that investment? Right then and there. How do I make an immediate investment off of shipping the game to you that you did not buy? I gave to you for free. I don't. I fucking don't. So how is Game Pass making any money? They have to pay a third-party developer to put their content on their service. But the subscription fee is not enough to even cover that. No, yeah, we're talking about older games, but what happens when it's a newer game coming from an Xbox game studio? Well, they spent all this money to have this game created. Again, the subscription fee is not enough to cover even half of that shit, not even a fraction, not any percentage, to be honest, especially if you're going to nickel and dime Microsoft with the Game Pass scams, where you get that shit for like $1 and keep that shit for months or some shit. I've heard a lot of stories of people in the Xbox community that have told me they don't really pay a lot for Game Pass. They pay little to nothing and they keep the subscription going. So if Xbox is depending on nothing but the subscription and shit like that happens, you're not making anything. You're losing money. And again, if Netflix has been losing money on what they've been trying to run for over 10 years, actually, Netflix got into that shit. When did Netflix get in that shit? It was 94, I think. It was 94. Netflix has been at this for over 20 years, and they've been losing money. But they help at the same time, then they give away so much money to get good quality shows. I'm not gonna lie, there are some Netflix original shows that are damn good. Some of those streaming, bingy shows are really, really good. That's the big difference between Netflix and Xbox. Netflix can produce something that I will sit down there and watch, and I'll be proud to pay them to watch. Xbox, the Medium, Sea of Thieves, Bleeding Edge, Grounded, Gunk. I can name all the L's that you have received or are about to receive this year, and it's not enough for me to go over to the other side. But I'm hoping you guys have a mental image of what is going on over there with Game Pass. Don't ever let these Xbox fans sit you down in one of these arguments that they want to fucking have on the comment section in YouTube or Twitter and tell you that they're making a lot of fucking money. They're not, bro. You give something away for free, you're not making money off that shit. I don't care how you look at it. You're not making money off of it. unless somebody stays subscribing and pays for the ultimate subscription. That would be $160 a year, and continue to stack that without knowing if they're going to be alive the following year. Even that is not helping. One individual paying $60 for a game, the next individual, and so on and so on for that same exact game. That's how they make money. You're not making money when you give a subscription away for hundreds of games, right? And you allow that person to get into that subscription for $1 or less, or not even that. You're not making money. There's no way you can. Not enough to stay afloat. I don't know what the future of Xbox is going to be, but if these Xbox fans keep thinking that subscription shit that they got called Game Pass is enough, it's not enough. It has never been enough. It wasn't enough for Netflix. It's still not enough for Netflix. And now they're going crazy trying to keep up with their competitors. If you saw what they just announced, they just announced that there's a new movie every week, which is something unbelievable. A new Netflix movie every week, because competition getting real. You got Disney Plus, you got the Peacock. What do you got? HBO Max. It's just so much out there to compete with, and Netflix has to go crazy like that. They have to show people why they choose their subscription service over the other. Microsoft might have to do that one day. What if other third-party developers try to do that? What Microsoft is doing. That means they would take their games off of that subscription service and keep it only on their subscription service, which would devalue Game Pass. So what Microsoft ends up having to do, they have to go out and buy studios. They end up having to buy publishers like they did with Bethesda. So that if Bethesda would ever get wise enough to want to open their own subscription service with their huge catalog of games, or ZeniMax, it wouldn't be in direct competition to them. And obviously, they would be able to keep those Bethesda games off of their competitors' service. Which is the plan for Bethesda. That is the initial plan, is to make sure that Bethesda games no longer go to PlayStation. So we will see how that shit works. But are we all understanding that they don't make money off of Game Pass, and that anyone that is saying they're making money off of Game Pass and they're profitable, they're fucking lying. You're losing more money than you are gaining. And the gaming industry is very, very expensive. Yeah, I already know, Jamar. I before you even said that, I already, I'm not buying. I'm not buying anything that could support Microsoft from Bethesda. Not anymore. Doom Eternal was my last game. I barely play that. And that's it. I'm sorry. Unless they do a full-on remake to Elder Scrolls Oblivion and they put it on PlayStation, I won't be buying anything from Bethesda. Nothing that I see. I wanted to read this super chat because I missed it. £5 super chat by my boy Frostbite. Any game that has a deal with Xbox will be overhyped by Xbox. They are hyping Ark 2 like it's a huge Xbox PC exclusive, but the first one was garbage. Exactly. I think if you're old enough, you would remember that Ark was a very unstable game. The frame rates were all over the place. The glitches were all over the place. And the reason why it took so long to come to PlayStation is PlayStation did not want that game over here because it was so broken. And they told them that they could keep that shit until they get it in working order. And it took a long time to come over here. Same thing happened with PUBG. PUBG's a very popular game, but it was pretty fucking shitty and still is to this day. Sorry, it's the fucking truth. It is not the prettiest looking game, and it still has some hiccups. Xbox, again, they're willing to take anything just to make their system look like it has value. It doesn't matter how garbage it is. They will overhype it. You will only find out how bad these games are once you play them. They're doing a very good job of misleading their consumers. But again, it's Microsoft. They're not a gaming, company. They're a fucking conglomerate. They're a corporate business. That's what they do. They lie to people to get their money. Oh, you're going to stream Yu-Gi-Oh? I will be watching that. I'm hoping we're not here long. If you guys don't want to mind, I want to talk to everybody in the chat about this. This will be females in gaming and female main characters, right? So we touched on a little bit of female main characters. I don't see it as a big deal. I play games with females as the, love interest. I've played games with, female characters you could choose from, like fighting games or something like that, or RPG where you got tons of female characters in there. So it doesn't really make much of a difference to me. I think that if you skip a game because it has a female in the box, I think you have some real issues with your manhood. I buy a game if I know and feel deep down in my fucking heart that game is fire. Sometimes I'm wrong. Not much, but sometimes I'm wrong. That's the only time I would not buy a game is if I know the game is trash, and if I buy a game, it's because I know it's good. It could have a female on the cover, or it could not. If it goes into some more deeper SJW stuff, I would probably stay away from the game. If they're forcing something on the box cover that I don't agree with. And I let you guys deduce that by yourself. We'll talk about that off the air when we go over to Twitch to continue streaming Persona. But what I do want to say is a little bit hypocritical. Not for me, but for the people coming out to defend Grand Theft Auto's decision to put a female on the box cover. First of all, they have not confirmed shit. All of this is rumors. Second of all, the females that are claiming that it's no big deal, or guys should not be pissed off that a female is on the box cover, I need a good amount of them to shut the fuck up. And the reason why they gotta shut the fuck up is because there's been tons of games with females on the box cover that they will refuse to buy. So if you're a female gamer, if you identify as one of those, let's say if you just pretend to like video games in order to get guys to give you money on Twitch, like a e-thot or e-girl, whatever you call them, then again, shut the fuck up, man. You're not helping. That's not helping. What's helping is real gamers in the real gaming community that's a part of this gaming industry, because we give so much money to the gaming industry for us to raise our voice about shit we like or shit we don't like. Everybody else that does not contribute much, shut the fuck up. Simple as that. I know so many gamer girls that have not went out and got Horizon Zero Dawn. I know tons of gamer girls that did not beat Horizon Zero Dawn, that could beat it and had the time to beat it. I really hate when I see that shit in the gaming community. I really hate that shit. And then other people watch other people have opinions that should not have opinions about topics that they don't really give a fuck about. So we gotta need to stop that shit. Please. Okay? I'm serious. Somebody gonna get their feelings hurt, but hey, that's their fault. I've talked to many gamer girls. most of all of them went out, brought Horizon Zero Dawn. A good amount of them have already completed it. I respect that. But there are some people that are mad that guys are mad of a female character being on the box cover or being the main protagonist. But then you turn around and look at their fucking their history in gaming, and they will buy games with nothing but men on the box cover. So there's been a good amount of games with females on a box cover that are not on Nintendo systems. And a lot of these so-called gamer girls or e-thoughts have not went out and got them. So I need them to stop. Okay, Grand Theft Auto is not the only game in the gaming industry. So please, look around. There's a lot of other games with different characters on the box cover. Somebody had told me a while ago that Miles Morales is the first game with a black protagonist on a box cover, and I was like, have you not heard of Starhawk with Emmett Graves? He was like, what's Starhawk? I was like, that was a PS3 exclusive with an African American main protagonist. And he was like, oh, I didn't know that exists. So, like, you should know it exists. Before you say stupid shit out of your mouth, you should know what's going on. Gaming history is very important. It's very easy to understand. There's a lot of channels that have a lot of history on it. My channel is very archivy. You go back 10 years now, you can see a lot of history. So, yeah. I want to read some of this stuff. I'm sorry for ranting. Umar, you said Greenberger himself said that they weren't making money off of Game Pass. Okay. Yeah. Again, they don't want to mislead the public about that, but if Netflix is like $14 billion in debt, operating Netflix the way they do, where they have to pay these different companies that produce these movies to get their movies on their service for a limited time. There have been so many great movies on Netflix that some of them I can't even fucking find. There was some anime on Netflix that I watched on Netflix and completed on Netflix that I can't find. That means they had a contract. Once that contract ran up, they had to remove that content from their subscription service. That's how Game Pass is. Grand Theft Auto 5 was so notable on Game Pass because it was such a big title, but it was also notable because it left so soon. I think it stayed on Game Pass for 4 to 5 months. And people noticed because it was a big game. People expected it to stay on there because it joined. As soon as it left, they put Red Dead Redemption 2, but then that left real soon too. So, I mean, that's the shit that's going down. What's going on, Ice Queen? Byron Morris, what's going on? I've been hoping Grand Theft Auto 6 would do a cross male/female storyline. It would be nice addition. Again, I think Grand Theft Auto has to change some of the stuff that it's doing. It's, we know the type of stories that they do. They can change it. I think Grand Theft Auto 5 was great. I think it changed a lot. Emmanuel, great Xbox warrior right here. Netflix is in debt from producing their own media. And doesn't Xbox produce their own media that they don't make money off of because people play their media only on Game Pass? Again, people are going to have to tell me how can they split $1 60 ways between 60 different developers. And you know how expensive game development is. So even if it's in-house, you still want to make your money back. You're not making your money back from all the subscription money. Because if you give all the revenue from Game Pass to only your in-house developers, then what happens to the other developers that put content there? Somebody's going to be left out in the cold, and somebody's not going to get as much money as other people. And don't sit up here and tell me views and posting screenshots and video clips, that pays the bills. It doesn't, because they can't monetize that shit. Not all of it. You're going to have to really sit up here and tell me how every developer that puts their content on Game Pass is making the equal amount of money to if someone was paying $60 for it? I would really love to know. Yeah, that's y'all problem. You guys love waiting for shit. Game developers do love getting money straight up. They love that $60 per game that they get from the gaming community. And you can't sit up there and say that $60 per game is better for a game developer than waiting forever for them to get that revenue from Game Pass. That's just not how that goes. That's stupid. It's really, really fucking stupid. Nobody can sit up here and tell me that if you give me $60 right now, let's just use an example. Emmanuel gave me $3 on the super chat, right? But let me tell you something honest about the super chat. I don't see that money until the 21st of the next month. So I'm not fiending about super chats until it gets to a level where I can count that shit up and I can say, hey, okay, I made $100 worth of super chat in a day. Well, that added up with the rest of the ad revenue that, you know, Google's going to take like 80% of. Maybe that adds up to about $100 from Google on the 21st. So maybe that's a good little paycheck. Maybe I can use that to pay the cell phone bill or get a PSN card to do a giveaway, which I did the last time, by the way. Then yeah. But I still got to wait till the 21st to see the money. $3 isn't in my pocket right now. And you're talking about developers that spend a lot of money to produce stuff. I don't have to spend a lot of money to produce a live stream. I have put a lot of money into the channel and studying and all of this other stuff, but it pays off because every time I go live, I don't have to pay any money anymore. I don't have to pay money to get a graphic designer to get the artwork, and that was a one-time fee. You know, shit like that. Get some other stuff done. Nobody wants to wait for their money. Nobody. It doesn't matter what field you're in. Sorry, it just doesn't. Oh, it's good. Thanks. I'm glad to know your mouth is feeling a lot better. I just I want to do a test, right? Obviously, it's a very obvious test that I don't really feel like fucking doing again, but um we got something called like what is it? We got PlayStation Now. Don't we? We got PlayStation Now on PSN. So just wanted to put this up. So we got PlayStation Now on PSN, right? So when I go to my library, that's a part of my library. It's automatically there now. So I got my collection of games, right? All of them. Then I have the games that are installed, which are 21 on a hard drive and 109 on my external hard drive, right? I think I can start deleting some of these. They might not show up. Maybe they don't show up. Hopefully they don't. Yeah, they didn't show up on my shit anymore. Great. That means I can fucking do this. Hold on. I can do the one thing I wanted to do for 8,000 fucking years. Yes, I can do it. I can delete this piece of shit off my hard drive. Thank you. Goodbye, Cyberpunk. Sadly, I'm gonna delete this, but I'm gonna keep this one. So I deleted a good amount. I still got 105 on the external. I got 22 on that one. Then you go over here to PlayStation Plus, and you have PlayStation Now, right? So Depending on how you want to look at it, you have PlayStation Now with more games than Game Pass, right? As far as the games I've streamed and the games that I put in my favorites, right? Or the games I've downloaded, they tell me 50. That's half of what Microsoft is advertising. Microsoft has advertised 100 games. So since PlayStation Now has been out, I've played over 50 games. You see that? 50 games on PlayStation Now that I've played. That's half of what they advertise. If PlayStation wants to market PlayStation Now as Game Pass right now, the one thing that they would be talking about is the 300 games they have downloadable. And then they would talk about the total 800 plus games they have between downloadable and streamable games, which would bite into xCloud. Remember, xCloud still has the number that they continue to advertise, and that would be 100 games. So they advertise 100 on xCloud and they advertise 100 on PlayStation Now. Between the two, there's a lot of similarities in the game library. Sometimes there might be a couple that are not on each, but with PlayStation Now, you have access to every game right there. It's either going to be downloadable or streamable. That's the difference. It's still available on the same service. They don't want that. But PlayStation doesn't want that either. Because if you focus too much on this shit, or most of all these games are fucking old, let's be honest, then you will be looking at them not making enough money. If they don't make enough money, they don't produce the great games that we know and love. Let's just say, if we go over here to the PlayStation collection, like these are some great games. You know, Crash Bandicoot was first on PlayStation. If it wasn't for Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation 1, we would never had this. We got it for a whole year. Yeah, God of War. Not exclusive, but the game sold better on PlayStation. And it was only because of PlayStation selling so many copies of other Final Fantasies that this game even existed. Let's see. Persona 5, only on PlayStation. Monster Hunter was only on PlayStation in Japan. And remember, if it wasn't for the PS2, Monster Hunter would have never been created. Monster Hunter was first placed on a PS2 and then on a PSP. Went to Nintendo systems, came back home, sold a shitload of a lot. I think it sold over 12 or 13 million copies on consoles alone. Most of those are on PlayStation. Days Gone, Detroit Become Human before it went to PC. Uncharted 4, Last of Us Remastered, Bloodborne, Until Dawn, Infamous Second Son, Ratchet and Clank, The Last Guardian. And there you go. I mean, you know the history between Resident Evil and PlayStation. Again, Resident Evil was first on PlayStation with the PlayStation 1. And you can also talk about Batman, which had a lot of sales and success on PlayStation since the PS3. Can't really talk about these two. But Mortal Kombat has done good on PlayStation back in the day. Fallout 3 was good, but I don't think it did good sales-wise on PS3. But there you go. These are the games that we get for the PlayStation Plus collection. Plus any of the other games in the past that we downloaded or any games in the future that we receive, such as Man-Eater and Greedfall and Tomb Raider. Greedfall was shit. I'm going to add this to my library just so I don't get mad later for not adding it to my library. There we go. Now it's on my library. So one of these days I might play it. But it's not as good as Uncharted 4, which I have access to, so fuck it. Game Pass is nothing to like brag about. It just isn't. You talk about these deals, and yes, we have a separate deal. You know, PlayStation Plus, you have that, but then you get additional percentages off of games. It's not connected to PlayStation Now because PlayStation Now is a streaming service until they evolved it into what it is now. where you can stream, but you can also download those games. But if you come over here to look at these deals, these fucking crazy deals, 65% off. And these are deals on games I will not buy because I still don't like these games. But I'm saying, like, 65% off with PlayStation Plus. If you didn't have PlayStation Plus, you wouldn't get 65% off. Or 80% off with, what is it? The gold edition of Hitman 2. Again, that's not my type of game. I'm not going to buy it, but still a very attractive deal. I heard good things about The Forest. That's 55% off. I have not heard a lot of good things about Jurassic Park Evolution, but it's 75% off. I wanted to play this one. This one's 75% off. Look at this. Super Deluxe Edition is also 75% off. This is 75% off. I mean, it's just... Oh, fuck! Was this the one? Yeah. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, let me go put this motherfucking list real quick. Nah, motherfucker, I gotta put them on list. Yeah. Okay, so this was this. So again, I'm a big fan of an old school Pokemon. This is like another Pokemon game that I did not know was available on PlayStation, and it is here. And if you like Pokemon but you don't want to go back to Nintendo, here is an alternative. I already know about Temtem. I'm going to go back to that one. I'm probably going to get this fucking game. I'm going to miss the sale, but it is 30% off of the original price, which is $20. It's called Exomon Extinction, and it's a Pokemon alternative. It is one player. I think you do get to be online with other people. The game is also available on a PS4, so this game is not exclusive to the PS5 like Temtem is. But I'm definitely going to tell Wreck the Hero about this game. But again, you know, sometimes you scroll through here and you'll see some games that you just don't give a fuck about, like myself, but then you scroll through here and you see some games you do care about. This game is discounted on PlayStation Plus, but it is also available on PlayStation Now. And if you have a PS5, they're going to let you know that shit. So that's pretty dope. So these are the things I've heard from Xbox fans. I have Game Pass because I have discounts. I have Game Pass because, you know, it has more games than PlayStation Now. I show them PlayStation Now, I give them the lowdown on it, and then they end up shutting up. So, again, it's very easy to destroy these games. These Xbox fans just using this fucking service or PlayStation Plus, which was the service that allowed you to have discounts first. Games with gold did not exist. Games with gold did not exist until PlayStation Plus blew up. And when PlayStation Plus blew up, that's when they were like, oh, let's take that idea and make Xbox games with gold. Which doesn't really even matter now because they get a different selection of games. Difference between gold and PlayStation Now, PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, is these games, once you download it on the service and keep the service, you always have access to them. PlayStation Now, very similar, but the main point of it was streaming. Now they also have games that are downloadable on the service that don't leave the service. So eventually one is going to not matter, and they're going to have to combine the two as well. So until that day happens, they are separate. Xbox went that route a little sooner than we would expect. And just in case you guys don't know, Returnal is 60 fucking days away. 60 days until this game comes out. I think they've been doing a good job with the hype and showing off gameplay. I think they've done a great job. I cannot wait to see their little CGI TV ad, you know, that they do for all the big PlayStation exclusives. I can't wait to see what theirs look like. That shit's gonna be looking awesome. Everything you've seen from Returnal so far has all been in game. Everything has been in game. So when you do see the CGI, it's gonna look completely different. Emmanuel is trying to defend himself, I see. Don't know how, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, Vegan left. He said he had to go drive. I just caught that one. Yellow, what's going on? I don't know how Game Pass treats you like a king. I don't understand that one. Because you're allowed to be cheap and they give you games and you don't have to pay for them. But then you start to learn to have lower standards and to eat whatever they deliver. So let's just say you want, example, you want IHOP from a delivery place, right? But instead of giving you IHOP, they give you Denny's. And that's all because you paid for the subscription service. You really forego anything that you really wanted anymore. Like you're not gonna be given what you want. You're gonna be given what they want to give you. So you're not treated like a king. A king gets what they want. Do you want shitty games? Do you want games that people are laughing at? Do you want games that are sitting below a 69 on Metacritic that will never be nominated for Game of the Year? I don't think you want that. And if you're that type of king, then you're not much of a king. I mean, by that logic, if you're homeless and people are giving you things and you don't have to pay for them, then you consider a homeless man a king as well because he's getting free things, right? All he has to do is hold out a cup and he gets free money. Sometimes people will give them free food. I've saw this for a homeless lady in DC. She had multiple food containers outside of her tent because people were giving her their leftover food. So she had 3 containers right in front of her tent. So again, is she a queen because she's getting free shit? Even though it might not be what she wants? Maybe it's just leftovers? No, she's not a queen. And you're not a king. What's going on, Maximum Carnage? I hope that the female character, I hope they have multiple characters, you know, because I don't want them to just have, okay, there's a female character, she's like very mannish, and she doesn't have the feminine charm that we've grown to like about certain female characters that might not be the leading role. So I'm hoping that they don't go too crazy with it, but it still is an unconfirmed rumor right now or a report. So I hope it's true though. It would change some things in the Grand Theft Auto universe. One of the things I could care less about, but I do hope there are more buildings that you can explore with different interiors. Grand Theft Auto has always been focused in a city, and I feel like Grand Theft Auto 5 could have had a lot more buildings to go inside. I'm not talking about every house, but I'm talking about there were liquor stores, there were 7-Elevens that you couldn't go in. There was only one burger shop that I wanted to go into this restaurant and rob people, but you can't go into that restaurant. So I need them to explore that a little bit more. I think they did a great job with games like Red Dead Redemption, but I'm hoping they can get their city-based modern games to that level where you can go inside of more places and see more detail inside those places. So we'll see. Remember, Grand Theft Auto 5 was built with the PS3 and the Xbox 360 in mind, not the PS4 and the Xbox One. It was only enhanced for those systems. And that's probably why I'm not going to buy Grand Theft Auto 5 again, because it's still a fucking old game. It's just going to be up-res to 4K and 60 frames per second, and I could care less about that. Godfall is trash. And that's why it's sitting at that stupid ass score. Godfall is trash, and we all know it's trash. Let's see. It seems like they claim it didn't have any fucking problems, but YouTube is dealing with a lot of fucking server problems right now. Oh, shit. I mean, Game Pass, let's say Game Pass is nice, right? Xbox gamers don't have to pay for games anymore, right? But they're not going to get the games they want anymore. And they're not going to get the quality they want. So, if you want to keep comparing in the console space, Xbox to PlayStation, why? Why would you compare the two? You're getting great exclusives over here on PlayStation, and on Xbox you're getting whatever. You're getting scraps, leftovers, projects that went dead that Microsoft have found out about and say, well, we need content for Game Pass. Can you resurrect this project? We'll pay you a certain amount of money just to polish it up and put it out on here. I mean, that's what Game Pass is all about right now. Whatever they can get their hands on, they're going to put it on that service. They might not get the best, but whatever they can get their hands on, that's what you're getting. You know? It's just like lunchtime when you're in high school or elementary school, right? You go into that cafeteria, and some days you're going to get pizza. Other days, you're going to get shit that you don't want. You know? And that's how Game Pass is. You're not getting W's all the time. That's for sure. You're not getting W's all the time. So, this is what we're going to do. I started to fall asleep when I was playing Persona, and I don't like falling asleep with video games. I'd rather fall asleep on a TV show than a video game, because I could rewind on a TV show. On a video game, you can't. So after this live stream, we're going to get started on the Persona live stream, which will be done on Twitch again. I broke records on the Twitch account because we had like 10 viewers at one time, multiple times. So I'm thankful for all the people that were there with me. I'm scared of Persona because of how long the game is. I'm also scared of the game because of how much I'm going to love it and ignore everything else. So there are other things I want to do in my personal life, even though I'm a little restricted and I might kind of not do what I'm supposed to do. And then, not wanting to go to work, even though I will go to work. thinking about Persona all day and night, thinking about the story, thinking about the leveling up and shit, and just getting so engulfed in that I don't see anything else. That I don't see any other games or any other shows or movies. And then I have such a huge backlog on everything. That's what I'm afraid of. Yep, that's what I'm afraid of. What's up, True Witty? Not much, just covering Game Pass because we're about to head on to our next topic and our last topic. Again, uh not a lot of shit happened this week, but I'm gonna go to the topics just to remind myself if there was something I just missed. Let me see what do we see over here. We talked about that. It seems like it's also being confirmed that the 2018 E3 gameplay demo for Cyberpunk 2077 was fake. It wasn't real. I actually believe that. I believe that a lot. Okay, so we just want to go and see if we can find a little pattern or state of play. So this is what we got. Searching state of play. The last real state of play was 2 months ago. The more fuller length state of play was 5 months ago. So it's been a while. I think that at the end of this month, if when the new state of play comes out, it will probably be a 3-month gap. So it makes sense that we should get one at the end. Plus, you still have to talk more about your plans for February and your PlayStation Plus list for February. So let's see. This one was a whole year ago. This one was 3 months ago. Okay, so we had this one 3 months ago, and this was like a state of play style thing, right? And then you had not Monster Hunter, Demon Souls for 2 months ago. So they were doing really good last year because that's how they had to get their information out. So I think they did very, very good last year with the state of plays. They had another state of play 5 months ago with Genshin Impact. That's coming from the main PlayStation. So, I talked to you guys about the state of play and what I want to see from it. What the fuck is this? It's a VR title? Oh, it's a VR title with zombies. Okay. After the fall. It's the only way they were gonna get us information. I think they can do like a digital based stream like they did with the Mark shown a Cerny explanation of the insides of the breakdown. Yeah, the breakdown on the PS5. I think they can do that. But yeah, I think they can do something better. So let's talk about this. What I want is it's a bigger push for Returnal. I want a bigger push for Destruction All Stars. So if we haven't saw anything that wouldn't spoil the story for Returnal, possibly show off another bit of gameplay. Not that much, but you have to give out some pretty good details when it comes to Destruction All Stars. I would be in favor of the game getting a beta, but it looks like it's a little bit too late for that. So um, possibly you could do something like just a deep dive into Destruction All Stars. Talk about a little bit of the characters, more about the customization. These are things I know, but casuals don't know. So I'm hoping that they can do something to get the casuals back on a hype train for Destruction All Stars. Giving it away for free is a plus, but it's not always guaranteed to keep people's interest. So hopefully they can find a good method of that. I would want to know more about Ratchet and Clank, at least a release window or a release month. I would love to know about that. I'm hoping that Ember Labs can get on the ball and give us a release date for Kenna. Kenna is supposed to come out in March. That's where it's supposed to come out. I was hoping that the game would be ready by January or February, but doesn't look like that's the case. I'm reading the chat right now, by the way, because you guys are interesting. What's going on, Cedric? How you doing, man? I know you ready for My Hero Academia. I think I need to go check this out since you're here. I need to see how many episodes I got uh for the next season, cuz I know we're not in the next season, but there are a few episodes I have to watch so I can be ready for the next season. I did think it was getting a little weird, or I just got tired, but um I don't know. I kind of get like a little tired of some of the animes that go too long, but we'll see. Funimation always gives me problems. I don't know why. I don't even understand that. I'm connected to the fucking shit the whole fucking time. Okay. Yeah, all that's all I had. I had yeah, I had to finish this, and finish this. Shit. I want to finish this before I do the live stream, man. Cause I only got 3 episodes, and then I'll be ready for the next season. So that's what I need to do. I don't think I can stream this on Twitch, but I think I was reading somewhere that I can live stream, and I don't know, I can live stream on Discord and we can watch movies or watch TV shows together. I want to explore that this week, so we might start doing like movie night or watch anime together night, some shit like that. We're gonna figure something out. Um, Xbox Game Pass is trash, man, and I don't see a service carrying that hardware. And for anybody that thinks that's normal, stop. That is not fucking normal. That's not a normal thing to want That's just not. That's not a normal thing to want. Um, sorry. PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. PlayStation, it just does, man. The quality of games you're getting, like that's what it's really all about. If they're gonna give you anything they want, and most of the shit they give you is garbage, why are you happy about that? What's going on, guys? Um, I think we still have PC fans still up here messing with my IP or something. I think I already told you guys, but it's cool. Before you block the people, make sure I can take a screenshot of their name, because I'm gonna have to make sure that YouTube can get that information to my job of everybody that keeps making fake accounts, deleting them once they do something. So you're making a fake account, then you leave a comment, and we know everybody here. Even if we're talking about Emmanuel, we know everybody that's in here. We're gonna make sure we know who the people are. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. It's getting up on 4 o'clock, so we're kind of running up out of here soon. Frostbite, okay, man, I'm gonna get the DM from you. Thanks you. Son of Sam in here? Son of Sam is in here, but I can't fucking hear him. Boca Loca, you're in here? Wait up, man. Oh, Boca Loca is in here. I just don't know when he's gonna talk. But we're gonna be up out of here in what? Like 23? About 23 minutes, yeah. So, but I don't know when Boca Loca's gonna start talking, but I did give him the information. Blah blah blah. Let's see. Thank you, bro. Thanks Frostbite. So I got his name. I'm already well aware that he's either one of the other individuals or with the other individuals. So I just have to keep turning this information in. That's cool. It's weird. Again, we're talking about gaming, and I guess their purpose of trying to hack me is to stop me from talking about video games. I mean, you can't really stop anybody from playing video games or enjoying them. So, you know, that's what happens when you don't have games on your platform. You don't got games on your PC, you get mad at us. You know? Thanks Frostbite for that, man. Thank you so much. He messed with the connection. So the live stream was up. But on my side I couldn't talk, or it was loading the internet or some shit like that, which obviously is not supposed to happen because I have my Ethernet on. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Boca Locas wasn't here. Okay, I don't know where he's at now. Okay, I can hear my voice. Boca Loca, whenever you want to get up in here, we'll situate that stuff. We changed a lot of stuff on the Discord. Yeah, I know. But yeah, like I was telling Cedric, I only got 3 episodes left on season 3 to complete. Once I complete those, I should be caught up and ready for season 4. Yeah. Wait up. No. I am in season 4, so hold on. I'm getting ready for season 5, unless there's more of season 4 that I missed. Yeah, I have 3 episodes remaining for season 4, and then I should be ready for season 5. Okay, Sam, let me get this set.
Yeah, it should be good. I joined through the phone.
Okay, that's illegal. What's going on, man? It's been 80 years. You know, it's been 80 years, but yeah. So I gotta go back to Twitter and see the shit that I posted about MLB, so we can trace it back to when they
My
said
friend
something.
told me yesterday he said, I mean, I gotta double check, but he said May is the official month.
I thought it comes out normally earlier than that.
Yeah, it always comes out every March, but he's saying they delayed it, so I gotta look that up myself. See
Okay,
what
so
he
this
saw.
this is what they did say. It says MLB The Show 21 news coming in February. So I understand that you got COVID and you still got to scan people, or you don't scan people and just use the old scans. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I do believe the game is still going 100% multiplat. But I don't know. I think that they could have still announced that the game was coming at the time that they normally announce it, but I don't know.
Because they usually stick that at the end of their trailers before the year ends. Like, I feel like it's a tradition. They didn't show anything at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. I mean, and,
No
and I
logo,
remember we
nothing.
kept waiting. Waiting. Was like, bro, they announced it going multiply. When are they gonna talk about it? When are they gonna talk about it? I don't think they should delay them talking about it going to additional platforms. That's something you should try to put out a little earlier, because so many people have forgotten that it was coming to the platform already. So it's gonna be like you're re-releasing the news for the first time again.
Yeah,
I,
did you see how well it sold too? It finished top 10. It finished in all the top
I
charts.
saw that shit and I was like, bro, whoever is sitting up here trying to say that, okay, putting it on multiple platforms is going to make it sell at the top 10, I don't know. Sometimes when games go multiplat, it has a negative effect. Sometimes they have a positive effect. If the people on other platforms are serious about supporting a baseball game, it's going to have a positive effect. But I think a lot of them motherfuckers are just talking shit. I don't know. I could say the Xbox people are going to do it. PC people not going to do it. Switch people not going to do it. But I think the Xbox people would definitely support a baseball game. Definitely.
I think it'd do very well on Switch if it ends up coming out there.
What I do want, or what I wish, um, I really wish that PlayStation Move was not detached from a lot of games if it didn't support VR. Like, I would play a baseball game if it had PlayStation Move support. Just,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
MLB
saying?
11 had that, but with the eye, what is it, the eye? I
Yeah.
was gonna say eye toy. I think it's the eye, yeah.
I know they did a lot with the PS3, but I was hoping that they didn't, take that away. Because you use the move again for the PS4, so I don't see the problem.
Yeah, the
Um,
dickhead community manager blocked me because I kept complaining. I was like, why would you take that out? That's like,
I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out in February, but there's a lot of stuff supposed to happen in February. Yeah, you got Destruction All Stars, you got the Persona 5 Strikers.
what is that? Is that a spinoff?
It's a spinoff like Dynasty Warriors. So it's
Oh,
Persona,
okay. They got fun with that.
Persona, and multiple characters and shit. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, it's still been pretty slow. I don't know if it's the bullshit Trump supporters riot or maybe the Corona stuff, but I still feel like the news for this month has been pretty fucking slow. Uh, and if we must talk about it, we've had multiple delays, including Hogwarts, which I really wanted to play before I die.
Didn't I
Um,
tell you? I was like, that shit had no chance of coming out. That's one of the first games I got delayed.
I'm gonna tell y'all
I
right
hate now.
now, PlayStation fans, stop what you about to do, stop what you've been doing. God of War is getting delayed. It's coming out next year, and it's okay. It's
For real.
okay. We have so many games to look forward to. It's okay if God of War gets delayed. Halo is not a threat, okay? Halo does not need a response like that of God of
When does
War.
when does the medium come out?
28th of this month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's fucking coming out soon. From what I'm seeing, it's like a thriller / walking simulator. It's like you're trying to find out this mystery of why you have these powers to go between worlds. But I haven't saw a gun or a weapon or any melee, so I'm not
Oh, so
sure.
it's a walking simulator.
Yeah, I don't think the Xbox fans are gonna like really like it. It doesn't matter if it sells because everything's on Game Pass, but I don't think they're gonna necessarily like it.
Exactly what my Xbox friend said. He's like, well, I have the medium and I don't have to pay anything, so I'm gonna try it. I said,
Oh shit.
okay. I kept my mouth shut.
Um, we were in the middle of seeing what the next game was. What's the next one? The next game after the medium.
Well, oh, okay, you mean for Xbox?
Yeah,
No
for
clue.
Xbox. The next game after the medium is Scorn? But I don't think Scorn has a release date.
I think Stalker too, right? At some point.
What the hell is that? Can somebody explain to me what the big deal is for Stalker?
I couldn't tell you, man. I know the first one had issues in terms of the launch, I think, but other than that, I don't know really much about it.
Thank you, buddy. You can come back anytime. I just need to take a screenshot of your name. So please try not to delete your account, because when they go to YouTube and ask for your information to track down your IP, to find out that you've been trying to hack into somebody's personal internet, they're going to fucking arrest you. And there's nothing you can say. So hiding behind a fake account is not going to help you. I'm pretty sure you know that the FBI is on high alert from individuals like that, and I think we're all going to stamp the title of white supremacist on you right now. So good luck with that, buddy. When they come to your fucking house, oh man, can't wait.
Who are you talking to?
Little troll. I think you've been messing with my IP. Confused.